So anyway guys, I'm right here over here at the hospital. So what I want to do is I want to elaborate much more about my life over here. What can you say? I have a lot of planning to do, but today the world wants to scam you guys, and they want to scam you through making sure that you have nothing. And why is that? You have to understand it's more how they're never trying to kill you, but they're trying to scam you of money. They're trying to scam you of everything, so you work a 9 to 5 job, so you have nothing. But the thing is, that's what they want you to do. They want you to work a 9 to 5 job so that they can scam you for the rest of your life. While they make all the money, while you have to work for them. And that's what they want you to do. They're saying, it's a slavelandia kind of thing going, just like Gerald Slande says. I see, so my counterfeit for this is drive a car and drive a truck. Why is that? Because when you drive a truck or a van, you're going long distance alone somewhere, and you can do at least audio programs along the way. But this means time away from your family. And now listen to me. Your family, either way, is going to go away from you, regardless. In a sense, so make sure you understand that on the road, you have to understand you have to be on the road, and you have to live in one place, and you have to find yourself a great way of life on your own. But the best way to find a great way of life is be good at something. Be so good at something that you can make money from it. The sense, so for myself, it's music production and life coaching. But now, with my life coaching, I have no problems. But eventually, I need to make money on my life coaching. I have to make money on everything I do. And now, everything I do in terms of life and how I make money is the words I give you. And it's the silence I give you as well. So I'm making sure you understand that what I want to do is figure a way out. I want to figure out a way to help myself to succeed. But they're always cornering you. And they're cornering you. And the more millionaires become millionaires, the more they close off the borders. And the more they close you off from becoming a millionaire ever again. See, those who break the milestone of being a millionaire in plastic money, firstly, they learn from that person and they totally root against it. They try to punish you to never become a millionaire. What's important right now is understand that the way Tony Robbins became a millionaire is never the same way to do it today. I'm pretty sure though, it still is too. I'm pretty sure what's the deal with him? The deal with him is he can go to a seminar and he can pitch people packages. But now he has to also be able to market himself, and he needs to be able to market and email marketing and all this. And it's a lot of promotion on you. And you have to fund it. And you have to fund everything on your own. You have to work a 9 to 5 job so you can fund your rules, so you can fund your way of life. For sure though, that's the way it is. But if you never have a 9 to 5 job, then you never even have kids anymore in this lifetime. Because kids need money too. But the thing is, the money is the word you give. And it's never the work from the 9 to 5 work that makes you something. But it's the 24/7 work that makes you something. First, it's your ability to understand that money never grows on trees. You understand? Money can never be something that you print out. But money can print out through the words you give. Money grows in the words you give rather than anything else. First, if you want to be a real millionaire, then look at Jesus Christ. His law of being a millionaire is what he is today. First, that's what a millionaire truly is. You understand? A millionaire is what Jesus Christ is, and nothing else. Forget everybody else. Look at Jesus Christ, and that's a millionaire to me. That's a billionaire to me. Forget these Fortune 500 companies and big companies and all this. And forget people who are trying to make you work for them. Jesus Christ came here to work for you. I'm here working for you for free. I'd rather work for free than work the 9 to 5 job for somebody else. I mean, understand? It's a big difference. But what I'm understanding now is nothing can stop me from succeeding. And now, yes, I understand how boring it becomes in this lifetime. Unfortunately, it can become so boring. But the depths of boring is when you're on the deathbed and you're unable to move. And you're unable to move and do anything. I mean, that's the most boring aspect of life I've ever seen. And you're unable to even talk. Unfortunately, people who are so, let's say, much more physically weak, who are unable to move and unable to speak to you, are in the most boring world you can ever see. Imagine being able to move today. You're fortunate enough because there's somebody out there that's less fortunate than you right now. They are unable to move. They're unable to speak to you. They're unable to open their eyes. I mean, you understand? Now, if you want to really, truly become a millionaire or billionaire, it's never how much plastic money is in your bank account. The self-worth of becoming a billionaire is how much music did you make and how much words did you give. That's it. There's nothing else. Everything else is trying to find a way to give more words and to give more music in the planet. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is life coaching and music production on the go. Whereas now, I understand that I have to pick a place to live. I have to go to Germany. I have to live with my mum. I mean, why is that? I understand because she provides me freedom for the rest of my life. I mean, she gives me freedom of accommodation and somewhere to live. I mean, she provides me freedom to have family whenever I want. I mean, and that's why. But now, with her, I have to stick to her rules. Now, I try to convince her to listen to me. But no matter what, I break the rules of her household. Because her household is my household too. I mean, understand? I mean, why is that? Because that's my mother. I mean, I'm the boss of the house too. I'm somebody that's boss of the house too. I understand? But she's somebody that's a boss. But she can never boss me around. And she can never boss me around much. Otherwise, I leave the fucking place. I leave straight away. I leave her. I leave the house. I mean, have the house to yourself. I mean, what's important to me is understanding that you never ever get somebody to boss you around. I mean, make sure you understand to make your own way of life happen. I see this nice and beautiful way of life. I see how many people are struggling today. And they're struggling why? They're struggling because of other people. I mean, they're struggling because other people are making them struggle. I mean, other people are saying, hey, your dad has to work a 9 to 5, so do you. I mean, they're forcing people to 9 to 5 work. Unfortunately, now, you must understand that you can never struggle unless you make it so. Unfortunately, you must understand, so those people who are struggling because of themselves the most. Unfortunately, if they just give more words of silence and more words of everything shall fall into place, I promise you. I promise you today, if Jesus Christ was alive, in terms of physical ways of life, in terms of the physical way of life, unfortunately, he says that he tries to get as many people on his side as possible. Unfortunately, that's it. Unfortunately, the more friends you have, the better. Unfortunately, although Jesus Christ says that he'd rather just go his own way as much as he can. I mean, try to go your own way and never fall into other people's plans for you. I see now, my mother, my biological mother, has a plan for me. And it's like I'm falling into her plan for me. But that's the thing. I never ever fall for her plan because my wisdom is too strong for her. Understand? So what I'm doing is I'm going by what she wants, but also I'm getting what I want in the process. And what is that? I'm getting everything I want for my life in the process. Because she can never stop me. But if you do what other people want you to do, then you never ever get the life you truly want. I mean, what you truly want is what you want, and never what your mum wants for you. You understand? So she'll argue with your mum all day long about everything, and she's going to say that you never listen to her. Well, yeah, because it's never your life. I mean, my life is never your life. I mean, she never understands that. When your mother and your family never understands that you have your own life, and that you have your own plan, but they want your plan to be their plan. When they want you to be raising yourself the way they are, and never the way you are. And that's what your parents never understand. I'm not sure though, what you need to realize is tell them the truth and show them that my life is a plan and I have something to do already. And that's it. I'm going by what I want and never by what she wants. And then they may threaten you and say, it's my house. I say, good for you. So good for you. I mean, give it to somebody else if you want. I mean, now, why do you argue with me about this? I mean, why are you starting it for? I mean, why do you keep telling me what to do about my life? I mean, understand? I mean, respect my boundaries. I mean, respect my way of life. I mean, understand? If you fall into their plan, then try to make it your plan. And try to make their plan your plan. But try to get what you can in the process of making your plan their plan. I mean, try to make your plan, and their plan, while also getting what you want in the process. I mean, try to find a compromise. I mean, try to find somewhere in the middle. You guys can share everything. I mean, try to read between the lines, is all I'm saying. I'm very sure that now, especially for my life, I'm looking to see exactly what I need to do. So I'm always looking for something nice and beautiful to say and do. I'm looking for a greater way of life. I'm making sure I have more than enough time to succeed every single day. I'm looking to always see what's happening around the world. I'm always understanding, guys, that my life is different. But my life needs to be different, guys. I realize my life has to be different all the time. But because I'm very different, I see 23 million views goes to some people wrestling today. I mean, understand? I mean, some people can wrestle and get 23 million views for it. But you give the smartest ideas like I do right now with you. I give the smartest ideas and little to none see this audio program. I mean, understand? I'm not sure, yeah. I mean, why is the world backwards? I mean, why does the world respect football in terms of soccer more than words? I mean, you understand? So that's the thing. I mean, they respect two wrestlers going at it physically and ripping each other apart rather than the words that they say to each other. I mean, you understand? Actually, yeah. Actually, it's because those people are physical aspects of life and they're unaware of what they're doing. And that's it. Actually, now, somebody goes and throws all this toilet paper around the tree and gets 45,000 views for throwing toilet paper around the backyard. And they respect that more than this audio program. I mean, what did you do about that? I mean, in a sense, so realize this, that my Instagram and all this, I'm starting to build my following again. I never want to disgrace my following. So if you follow me, I'm never blocking you. I'm never blocking your follow. But the thing is, now, for myself, I have to go and understand how to talk. But I can never get fulfillment in talking with other people. I promise you, there's no fulfillment ever talking to other people. I've learned that. I promise you now, you must understand that talking to other people is a fulfillment that you give to them, words, and never the words they give to you. But it's also their words too. And their words is fulfilling too, when they give you some words of encouragement. I can say Jesus Christ's story is very fulfilling to me. It's fulfilling the way his story is. And if you can read more words and talk more words, then reading is talking. It's fulfilling. I realize although Jesus Christ says it's much more important for you to talk words than it is to read words. For sure, though, Jesus Christ says it's just the way it is. But Jesus Christ also says that you must understand how equally important reading is with talking. For sure, I'm reading while I'm talking to you. I'm reading something at least. I'm reading what's going on around the world. But all I'm reading really is the words I'm giving you. I promise you now, I have plenty of work to do in my life. I have so much work to do. I have so much to do in words, especially. And I see what's the go here. I see the physical aspects or the spiritual aspects. For sure, spiritual aspects is what sets me free. And now the physical aspects. For the physical aspects holds me prisoner. Whereas the physical aspects means I can only travel so much. But spiritually, through words, I can travel always. I can always travel always through words. These words, in terms of these words, in terms of audio program over here with words that you're listening to, can travel thousands of years. For sure, you can understand that. And that's what you need to be doing. You guys need to be doing spiritual aspects much more. And learn to persuade yourself to travel spiritually rather than physically. For sure, did Jesus Christ go around South Africa and America and China? For sure, no. For sure, Jesus Christ only had a donkey back then. For sure, you have to understand that. Jesus Christ was born in Israel because Israel is the perfect candidate for Jesus Christ. God just chose Israel. And that's it. You must understand. But Jesus Christ did travel around Israel everywhere that you can possibly travel. He went everywhere on a donkey. Imagine how many hours Jesus Christ sat on a donkey for. You understand? I asked Jesus Christ, how many hours did he sit on a donkey? We were measuring it with one. I apologize for that, but there was a nurse who just came in. Jesus Christ says 100 hours. I see 100 hours, I see 1,000 hours. So Jesus Christ says closer to the 1,000 hours. I see 1,000 hours. So Jesus Christ says, yeah. I see around 1,000 hours. So 1,000 hours divided by 24. So that's around 41 days. I was sitting on a donkey. You understand? Jesus Christ sat on a donkey for around 41 days. You understand? And he has to. He has to go from one place to another. But Jesus Christ says that's the way. You understand? So I just write over here. I write 41 days. So say equals Jesus sat on a donkey. I mean, how do I understand that? I measure it. I measure it in time and distance. I mean, do you believe Jesus Christ sat 10,000 hours on a donkey? I said, nah. So 100 hours on a donkey? I said, nah. So 100 hours on a donkey. And Roshi has to sit on a donkey for around 41 days, which is 1,000 hours. Roshi, 1,000 hours is more likely. Roshi, isn't it? Roshi had to go all to these places on a donkey. So make sure you understand that. And how did Jesus Christ get to you? I mean, spiritually. I mean, he came spiritually through words. I mean, God's speaking to you in words all the time. And these words I gave you, you either found on audible.com or Amazon or YouTube or any other publishing website. I'm not sure though, you must understand, I'm trying my best always. I'm trying my best to deliver content. But you must understand now that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for ways to express myself. And the best use of my time is to give you much more words. And the more words I can give you, the better I am in terms of speaking. And guess what? I'm doing far better than those people my age. I'm doing far better than them because I see how far I can go. I can go a long mile reading my words to you. And this is reading, I'm reading straight off the script, mate. I'm reading these words out of my mouth, are coming out the words. I understand straight away that what's important for me is to just deliver content differently and to be able to see straight away how to deliver something for nothing. I'm looking for ways to improve myself regardless, but I'm never reading out my scripts word for word because it makes me sound stupid. And that's the way it is. First, that's the way it is. I'm never ever writing pen to paper ever again unless it's finance. First, that's it.
Hello.
Say hello.
So
Say it. See, I was just to clean over here. We came here to clean the toilet. See now, you must understand now. Now I never ever go cleaning toilets in my life like that because I see it's so boring of a job. Now why is it so boring of a job? I realize it's much more how I feel. I can understand how people are. And I can see straight away how I'm putting time into words, aren't I? But that's the best I can do. And the best I can do is to put my time into words. And now I see, for example, the woman over here in terms of my life, I promise you they never deserve I. They never deserve I, but I see plenty of women how they run for other guys. And they never run for other guys. And I can see how stupid they are. I realize although every single time I'm looking to see straight away how I feel. I feel amazing all the time. But I never need to have kids in this lifetime if women are like this to me. I'm just saying, I never need kids in my lifetime at all. I realize now, what I'm understanding straight away is that I feel like a loner. I feel alone throughout life. Because I feel other people never understand me, but because I'm always detailing everything and recording everything down, and I feel that somebody out there does understand me. So, because of that, I'm just doing my life anyway. But it's like Jesus Christ. Fortunately, people never did understand him back then. And even his disciples never did understand him truly. I understand Jesus Christ truly though. I understand exactly where he comes from in everything. Honestly, you can believe that, or you never have to believe it, but I believe it to be true. I realize although every single time I'm focusing on understanding straight away how I'm opening up gates. I'm opening up gates, but it's more how I feel. I feel I never want to get lost like they are. I want to stick to the Jesus Christ road, and I want to help myself to succeed. But Jesus Christ says to me that eventually I have to go and understand that everything's counted in terms of accounting for once I'm doing my words much better. Anyway, so I try to do much more words regardless of what's happening, and I try to document those words as much as I can into audio programs, because that way I live life much greater. I see now for myself I have to get myself a new iPhone. I have around $2,000. Now that $2,000 is going to go away. So what do I want out of life? I mean, do I want to go around Australia, or do I want an iPhone? I'd rather show you this. I'd rather show you that for now. I'd rather go and get myself the iPhone. I'd rather get the iPhone rather than go around Australia. And guess what? For us, it's much more how I feel. That it's much more I can live either 3 months and do busking performances, or get the phone, or go around Australia. I mean, which one? I realize to go around Australia now gives me more money and more freedom, regardless. I mean, in a sense, so guess what? For us, it's much more I'm looking for freedom here. I'm looking for more freedom. So what gives me more freedom? For us, going around Australia gives me freedom. At least another extra month of freedom to do more audio programs, regardless. So I have to go the way of more words, but where can I go the way of more words with that? Just with that. First, now that's the way. First, the way is more words. I mean, how can you make your life more words? I mean, ask yourself that question. So, with all that said and done, first, the more words I can do, the better. So I see that traveling somewhere is more words for me. I see traveling somewhere is the best kind of words I can give. So I'm going and traveling now with the $2,000. So it's much more how I feel that no matter what, I have to get myself the DJ deck. And now for myself right now, I have to get myself that DJ deck. So what I do is to bring it with me somewhere is just that kind of thing, isn't it? I want to be able to understand something, that more words the merrier. So what I want to do is a little bit this way. I want to be able to just DJ deck it very soon, but I want to be able to understand straight away that since I'm actually going and traveling much more, I want to be able to express words much more. So I stand in Sydney for an extra month before I travel somewhere, and I just do that for myself, because that's the more words the merrier, and the more words I can give the better, and that'll be that way. Fortunately, then eventually I get my DJ deck, and now do I want to get my DJ deck before or after I travel around Australia? I want to get it after I travel around Australia. And now, why is that? Because I realize because it's much better for me to understand that I can have much more words this way. And guess what? It's much more how I feel. I feel that it's much more how I need to prepare myself regardless. So what I want to do is go and understand something now. That I can get my DJ deck and still go around Australia with that DJ deck. But that's the thing, I put it into my suitcase. Put that DJ deck in my suitcase. And I just go and really learn it. Learn the DJ deck. And a little bit that way. For sure, though, it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I have to get the DJ deck eventually. Anyway. I realize although I give my money towards places where I get my DJ deck better. And now, guess what? I understand that no matter what, that I have an Apple Watch as well. But the thing is with the Apple Watch, I realize I have some things to do over here. And I can write it down. I can write a list it down right now. my list right now that I'm writing down is something that helps me to just clearly be visible to upload it online, which is my list of goods I have to get. So list of goods. So now I just say iPhone. Say iPhone. Say DJ Dick. Say Travel Australia. Say free accommodation. Sydney. And Dad's and Goosebase Hotel. See busking. Say busking. See now those are the nice and beautiful ways of life over here. So I'm not saying that I can give myself a saxophone straight away now. Say saxophone. Say saxophone. See now that's the thing about my saxophone, and the way I record everything is through my phone. I record everything from my phone, and I understand how I can do that. So see saxophone, I can get a trumpet. I'm gonna be that way. See, so now what I'm doing now is I'm looking to see what gives me the most words. I realise the Travel Australia is the most words for me now. See, most words. See now that's the most words there. And what else is there? I see now busking performances, I see free accommodation, Sydney. I see now that's the thing. I have the most words in travelling Australia. I say now DJ Deck is the number one way forward with music. Say forward with music. Say forward with music. Say number one. I just hash it. I hash number one. I just hash it. Say number one forward with music. I say now. I see iPhone is another one. Let's just say number one way. Say number one way. To connect Apple Watch. I say Samsung D900. I say no. So I just say Samsung A20 Galaxy. I say now that's the thing about these phones. I realise it's much more how I feel. I see a new Samsung 20 Galaxy can help me to record an extra screen, and I can put something together. So what I want to do is I want to find myself doing better. So the best way I can do better is to cut everything up together and to just record everything is the best kind of way forward. So I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is the most words, and the most words I can give, the better for me. So it is, and the most words I can give is travel straight away and go the safer way, which is go to Travel Australia. And travel Australia, but first I give it. I see for the first month I can get my DJ deck for the first month. So I get my DJ deck right away and I practice DJ decking right now. And then I go and do the travel department around Australia for a bit. And where do I leave my DJ deck? Unfortunately, now DJ deck has to come with me. But that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I can do it after Australia. And I can get the DJ deck after Australia. It has to come with me anyway to the Camino. So I realised anyway, what I'll do is I can bring my DJ deck with me. But let's just see how it is. I'll just go get the DJ deck first. I'll get the DJ deck first and let me. I know now I can do busking performances right away with my DJ deck. And that's the thing. I have to practice doing busking performances. I can do free living. I can do some free living space with busking performances in Sydney. I can do it in the same place as well. See now, as I go and grow myself differently, I'm learning how to practice, I'm learning how to do my life better. I'm learning how to just go and grow myself regardless of what I'm doing. But what I want to do now, at this moment, right now, I want to get my DJ deck right now. So I want to get the DJ deck right now, and then I want to go and travel Australia, and then I want to get the iPhone, and then I want to get a trumpet. I want to get the trumpet. And then that way. See, so as I really grow myself differently, I'm learning to just help myself to deliver something that helps me grow. But what helps me grow is a different way of life. And that way I'm learning something different along the way. But that's what I'm understanding straight away. What I need to do is a different way of life. I realise anyway, I've already taken you around a journey this way. I've already shown you the door to my life in better ways. And I realize in this kind of zone over here, I realize it's much more better for me to coexist in a better way for myself. I realize every single time that I'm performing myself. I'm learning the strategy of doing something greater than what it is that helps me do much greater. I promise you now, what I mean is just that. I realize it's just more how I feel. I feel I need to go and grow myself differently. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for a strategy over here. I'm looking for different ways of planning and different ways of doing. I'm looking to see the weather every single day. I'm looking to see I'm never doing anything else other than enjoying my life. But life for me is never getting easier. Life for me physically is getting more tough. Physically. Now, that's how I feel. But no, I mean physically it's getting easier. But why is it getting physically easier for me? I mean because I'm going the freeway. And what I can do is I can make a certain amount of money every single year, and I can go and live alone with my biological mum, and I can do that. And I can have a family here really quickly, and I can do something quickly. But then I need to keep going. But my life is getting easier overall because I'm speaking more words. And that's the case. That life is getting easier all the time. And life is always getting easier because you're strategizing to have a greater life for yourself, and that's it. I say you just get better, and as Jim Rohn says, that's just the case. So what I want to do is help myself to congratulate myself because I made a new inclusion to do greater. I realize now I want to just help myself to deliver content right now where I can understand straight away how I feel. And now as I look at people over here, I'm looking to see straight away how I feel. I feel different, but I feel other people never allow me to do audio programs right here. But that's why I'm doing audio programs anyway. I promise you now, you must understand that it's worth it, yeah? I mean, it's worth me doing this audio program for you so that you can live a greater life at least. And I'm doing my best to show you exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just in a room walking around, and that's it. First, you must understand that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I have a beautiful way of life now. That I have to understand straight away that no matter what, that I have a free road. I have a free road, and that free road leads me around Australia. And I've been around Australia as much as I can, but all I have to do is just finish a few more cities, and that's it. I mean, every single day I look to dwell upon helping myself to do better. And with other people, I never want to record a conversation with other people. I want to go alone somewhere, to be alone much more than with them, so I can understand regardless. I have to do that anyway to have a greater legacy regardless. Because alone, I get to have the free road alone. I get to do whatever I need to do to be alone, to succeed alone, to be able to go and prosper alone and everything. I realize now alone, I can do it. I can do it alone. I can do everything alone. I realize if I go the lone way, I should get the best way forward. If I go alone all the way, my life is set. I live a free life regardless. I live a free life, guys. And yes, I understand that. I understand I win. Because regardless of what's happening, whereas if I go with my mum, I win as well. I win regardless of what happens. Because I can do more words. I can realise every single day that my mum may try to block me from talking to her with everything in terms of words. But I'm learning how to just talk my words regardless of what happens. So every single day I'm learning how other people are trying to make me stop communicating and trying to make me die and they're trying to make me lose out. I promise you that's my mum. I promise you my mum wants to make me lose out on life. So she's unaware of it. She wants to give me everything that she has, but she's losing in life. She understands. But she never understands that. But she never understands that she's losing so much. And how she's losing so much, I'm not sure she never has a great legacy. I'm not sure that's it. I'm not sure, although she has a great legacy in my heart. I'm not sure in my heart, yeah. So I realize every single day you must understand that as I'm growing for myself in favour, I'm growing for myself to live my life. But I see straight away to do some Netflix. I'm going to do some Netflix now, and I can go and just speak upon myself to do better on my own now. And that way I'm looking to help myself to deliver content. But guess what? Actually, it's not how I feel if I do this, I'm still going to continue doing everything I can to succeed, but that's how it is. See, so what I want to do is just an extra policy of words over here to show you that there's certain people who are singing these days, people who are going around the world and travelling and charging people at the door to see them. Russian, that's it. Russia, for example, festival people, Russian English people who cover over a festival somewhere, are people who charge people at the door for festival tickets, but they're really charging people online for tickets now. And the whole point is that they have a venue or a third party that's promoting them, and they book out the room for that occasion, and they give money for that. And now that's the thing about me. I have to learn how to make money. But the thing is, when I talk to you, I go into silence to get the words. And the words come to me in the silence. And that's the thing I want to explain for myself over here. That no matter what, I was watching Netflix over here, but I have some downtime over here. And it's not a downtime, but it's uptime. Where I'm just learning how to grow myself. I'm learning how to be something much more. But since I'm actually really, really much more curious about learning about silence and what silence has to provide me, I can always go into silence and withdraw something from silence to teach you. But it's much more how I have to stimulate my mindset with Netflix also to be able to go and do a greater way of life for myself. So what I do is I help myself to walk around a bit, and I stimulate my thought patterns and what I have with imagery. So at the moment I'm stuck in my room over here, and since I'm stuck in my room at the moment, I'm talking to you. I'm never stuck in my words. I'm never stuck in my words. So that means the spiritual aspects of life is happening regardless of what's going on, but the physical world never really matters. I mean, in a sense, so what matters to me is a spiritual dome and being able to talk words to you for free. And that's it. I mean, if I can make more time in my life to make sure that you get more words from me, then I go and do that. I'll show you something. I'll show you that many people are doing a lot of Uber driving today and driving vehicles and all that. So that's how I actually go and do my work with you and make sure I can go and do all this work around the world where I can go and understand my life. So what happens is you have to understand that people will grow up having an easy lifestyle like a billionaire, and they live like a billionaire but without kids. I mean, but they're a billionaire without kids. And why is that? Because they're living a free lifestyle. I'm sure when you grew up as a kid that your parents were giving you everything, yeah? And you were living for free. You're living for free. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that number is going downhill for now. But make sure you understand that what's important for me right now is being able to provide for my family and being able to get the money on the table and the food on the table and being able to do all that to have a family. And now, in order to have a family today, you need to go and work a 9-to-5 job. So make sure you hold the job that you work for. And that's it. Just keep doing the same old job. And now, they may never allow you to do much work around town. I mean, they may never allow you to do, let's say, a lot of words. But if you do driving vehicles, if you drive vehicles around, like trucks or vans or vehicles like cars, then you have a great time with yourself. I promise you that you have to be working on your own. I mean, trying to get yourself a job where you can work from home and you can do something at home for that company, where you can pick up phone calls from certain domains and you can do it all at home with your family. So every single time, it's very important for you to be able to go and do that. So make sure you understand that if you want to go and do something great, then just realize that most of the people in the world have to go work somewhere and have to do something. But for my whole life, I have no car. I never need a car in my life. I want to teach my family to never have a car for themselves, in terms of for themselves. And now, why is that? Because I realize that it's much more important for me to realize that eventually I understand something. I understand that we can travel far more and far greater without a car than with a car. I mean, they're saying that, why is that? I mean, it's just the way it is. I realize we go by train, I realize we go by bus, I realize we go and make other people drive us. It's much better for us as well. I realize now what's important for me is understanding this, that you can never ever teach somebody life. I mean, they have to teach themselves life. I understand that my parents and my life and everything have to follow my lead and have to copy what I do in order to become just like me. But people never want to do that. They never want to copy just like I do it. I promise you, they want to do it how they want to do it. But if you understand how I do it, then you do it much better. So what I need you to do is repeat after me, after every sentence I make. I need you to repeat after me. I need you to have my life. I need you to test it out for a bit. I mean, test out how I speak to you. I want you to deliver content every single time. I want you to start with the word I, because it starts with the word I and it ends with the word I. I'm approaching now, what I'm understanding about life now is a different way of being. I'm understanding that silence is the way. And if you can stay in silence and you can just sit down patiently, and you can sit down in patience with yourself, then you can have a life. I mean, you can have whatever you want. You can I mean, you can understand that. I mean, you can have whatever you want in terms of life if you just understand how to understand your word I. Unfortunately, when I look into silence deep within, in terms of deep within the gaps of the mind stream, I make sure I'm using emotions to put myself into a state of silence within me in terms of my word I. I mean, how do I do that? I make sure that regardless of what's happening, that if you want to go around the world, you have to give money for it. I mean, how much money do you want to give to go around the world? First, you have to give all the money in the world that you have to promote yourself. And that's it. First, the more money you give to promote yourself around the world, the more you can go around the world. And now, how are you going to fund it? First, that's the thing. I mean, 9 to 5 job is how you fund it. I mean, you fund everything through a 9 to 5 job these days. But listen to me. I promise you, go to those people who can fund you right now. I understand Armin Brun can fund me right now, and he can bring me to certain festivals right now. But all I have to do is create music to him. And that's it. I just go where he goes and I give him one USB and I say, listen to it and tell me what you think. And I say, thank you very much. I'll see you very soon. If he's now curious about me, I'll move on. I'll move on all the way. I'll find him next year somewhere. I say, hey, I came back this time to show you this kind of album. And this is an extra album. Fortunately now, he's seen me before, and he's more likely to travel with me and to bring me along with him around the world. Because he's someone who can. So, every single time, I'm understanding that what I do for myself all the time is I look for people such as these electronic music artists, and I go where they go. I go literally where they go. So I can give money to get in front of their face, to give them one USB part, to say, hey, here's my album for free. I mean, invite me. I mean, give them an album and give them event dates where they can find you as well. And that way, it's much more of a promotion for you. And what do I mean by event dates? I mean, go and promote yourself with money. Because if you want to have $1 million in plastic money, you have to give $1 million in plastic money. First, it's that simple. First, the more money you give in plastic money, the more money you have. First, that's all I'm saying. First, you understand that? First, it's just that simple. First, now, you just have to find ways to improve. So make sure you have your own album, and make sure you have your own tour dates at places. I mean, book all these tour dates, places, next year, and go next year, and have the money to go. And do it all on the go. From these festivals and from these places, go Ticketek online, or these Ticketek online stuff where they sell tickets, and be one there, be somebody there. And make sure you understand to build a portfolio. I mean, build a portfolio, otherwise you're going to be alone. And what is a portfolio? I mean, promote yourself as much as you can. I mean, give as much as you can to promotion of you. I mean, that's it. I mean, for myself now, or as if I go promoting myself now around town somewhere, I have to promote $2,000 into business cards right now. Or that's it. I mean, $2,000 into business cards. And where does that business card lead? I have to make an event. I have to make one event for free. I mean, where can I do it? I can do it right now at Mounties. I can do it right now at Mounties. I can do 1 month promotion for free at Mounties. And I have 100 people at the event. Promotion now for free. And it's my promotion on the day, and people get to see me giving a speech in front of people. First, do I make money on that? First, yes. First, how do I make money on that? First, it's my promotion. First, I have 100 people for my promotion, looking at me, doing my work, and that's it. I mean, that's it. So, how did you make the money, Danny? I made it through words, man. I came here through words. I mean, you get the money from a 9 to 5 job, put into an event and you give a free event and promote yourself to people, to random people. And that's it. And then what are you asking in return? I mean, any of you can leave some donation. Then you say, if any of you can leave some donations on the table in my hat before you leave, I thank you very much. And that's it. I mean, ask for donations. I mean, ask for people to donate for you, and that's it. I mean, to donate some money to help them to succeed. I mean, unfortunately, it's your promotion, so make some money on it as well. I see, if I go and book one room over there with $500, unfortunately now I have to go around town. I have to go place my business cards in more promotional tabs. I have to promote myself even more. I mean, what's much more important is it Australia or is it my self-promotion? Unfortunately, my self-promotion is more. Unfortunately, although now I'll show you something. I understand that. The thing is, Australia is important for me as well. And I want to see Australia too. So, what do? I mean, now I realise something. I realised I can go make a free event at Mounties. Or I can make a free event at Bonnering. Right now, for free, totally. And I win the status of the crowd here. I win status. I mean, Danny's making a promotion. Let's go and see him. I mean, you understand? So what is important for me? I ask Jesus Christ what he does. And Jesus Christ says, if you're willing to do it for free, go Mounties. I mean, go Mounties right now. I'll book another room, I say for free, and I promote Mounties group, and that's it. I can go wherever I want. I can go do whatever I want. But it's more affordable for me to do it at Mounties right now. I mean, how about the park? I can go promote a park. And Jesus Christ says, that's even better. I mean, promote some park out there and get more business cards out. See, it's much more how it is. I mean, you have to do paid advertising for yourself to get known. And I've been giving money to these people. And are they following me much? Actually, guess what? Actually, they never follow me much. But shall I do it now or what? I mean, what do I do? I make sure I understand the silence in between the gaps. It says right now, go and do this. Right now. I have to get my DJ deck right now. I then have to go and promote myself. I go promote myself how? I go give my business cards to people. I go give my business cards to people, and then what? I make sure I go do a busking performance. I go do a busking performance on the street, somewhere, and I just promote myself. And I promote Jesus Christ too with me as well. And I make radio shows now. I make these radio shows. I'm just doing whatever I need to do. So it's free practice. And now, eventually it gets to a stage where I make more money and more practice. And what do I do? I mean, guess what? It's more how it is. I have to go to Germany anyway. And that's the thing. And how much more freedom do I need? I need as much freedom as possible. I need to go the free road as much as possible to practice, to do what I love to do, is what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, imagery, I have all the images in the world in my words I give you. In a sense, so that's the thing. I need to have much more anyway. I need to have more images of everything to succeed. So my life over here is something that is much greater for me because I'm willing to help myself to succeed differently right now, always, and forever. I'm understanding how to do it. I'm understanding what I need to do to succeed. I'm understanding what I need to do to help myself to deliver better content. But getting an extra phone now is even better for me to be able to upload all these videos. I promise you now, to have another phone extra to upload all my videos online right now with the Samsung right now is even better for me. And I can new code it right now. And guess what? I promise you, it's more how I feel. I have to make the best investments. So I have a lot of freedom. I have a lot of freedom. So the thing is, I live it that way. I mean, 2 phones right now, plus an extra phone gives me that suitability, in terms of suitability, to upload content and to keep taping away, to keep going and recording. So what I do is more words. Anyway, I realise more words are better. See, now what I want to do is save up money. I save up some money and get myself what I need. But it's much more how it is. And how it is, I understand, is being able to just toy with some products. And now, do I get myself an iPhone? I say yes, eventually. I get myself an iPhone eventually. But now I understand something. I understand it's much more how I feel. I feel that time is coming where I need to go and realise something. I'm never losing my stuff, but I have to upload so much content. I have to upload so much content into online that all I can do now is be able to save money on that too. So just upload 100, there's 100 audio programs or of hours into audible.com at a time and space. And I make my own designs. And it's really easy too. And it's no problem for me. So what I do is, since I'm actually doing that, I'm actually understanding that's the best way to save money too, isn't it? I mean, that's the best way to save money. But YouTube programs is something I can do as well. So what I do is on audible.com, it's forever there. I mean, forever is audible.com here. I mean, audible.com is here to stay. I asked Jesus Christ about that. I mean, Jesus Christ says, yes. I mean, if you can just put on Amazon for free and audible.com, then it's more enough. And put it for free. And let it stay there. Actually, now on YouTube, it's different. I'm sure, although I'm understanding something now. I'm understanding that my video programs and everything I have, with the $2,000 that I have to make the best decision. I'll make sure the DJ deck is something I need to do as soon as possible now. Because that DJ deck, I start practicing now. I make a free event somewhere around town. I make a free event around busking first. Just practice a bit. I practice. And then it gets to a stage where I can just go and do DJing from that point. And what kind of DJing? I mean, self-promotion DJing. And then eventually, I get a 9-to-5 job. I make money and just throw it into the event. I just throw it into my events. And I'm always coming to Sydney, Australia. I'm always in Sydney, Australia and Sydney, Australia. I'm always at the same places. I mean, yes. I mean, I have to. I have to do that. I realize it's much better for me anyway. So, why is that? Because, I say because I'm promoting myself. I'm promoting myself regardless. So, anyway, I realize that since I'm promoting myself, I have people who are following me and people who are never following me as well. But the thing is, I never want to be disenabling my followers. I want my followers to grow. I want my following to grow as much as possible, always. So what I do is I continue the process of what I'm doing, and try to help myself to have as much programs as possible and as much life as possible as I can. I realize now, for myself, I realize what's more important, is it the iPhone or the iSamsung? Fortunately now, iSamsung does the job for me. Fortunately I can get another same phone that I have. And guess what? Fortunately it does the job for me. But what kind of job does it do for me? I mean, it does a job of exporting my videos, mainly. And that's my video program one. And I use video programs with that one. And I can go and record myself with 2 phones as well. And I can have a voice recording. And I can have whatever it is I need. I can work with my phones quickly. So I'm understanding that. So what I need to do is a better way of life anyway. So I'm understanding that what I want to do now is understand that my beautiful phone, Samsung A20 Galaxy, is still something I have. It's still something I need. But it's much more how I need to just get the DJ deck now. And passport. I say passport, my mum, because my Portugal mum can get me a passport. Actually, for now, my Portugal mum, all that she wants from me is for me to never travel anywhere, and she will and does invite me anyway to come to Camino regardless. But I have it my way. So if I go travelling over there, if I go travelling around Australia, I get to see Australia more, and I get to speak my words more. And that's the thing. I mean, is it music career or is it traveling Australia? Unfortunately, music career at the moment. Unfortunately, or is it life coaching or music career now? Unfortunately, music career at the moment. Unfortunately, music career at the moment. So I get my DJ deck, and then what do I do from that point? Unfortunately, from that point, I just go travel Australia. I go travel Australia, and now they'll bring my DJ deck with me. Unfortunately, now guess what? I have to bring it with me. Or not, I have to bring it with me. I just do my nice and beautiful life anyway. I go and pick it up really quickly from the oversized item kind of thing. And that's the way I do life now. I do life differently, but I give money extra. I give extra money to support myself. And I need to always understand straight away how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I never want to make a mistake. But I make mistakes always. I always make mistakes. But I learn from it. I learn from everything. I say so now, for myself, it's much more how I feel that I need to grow myself. So as I grow myself, I learn how to appreciate myself. I learn how to outgrow myself. I learn how to make sure I have more than enough success every single day to succeed differently. That's what I do. Fortunately now, every single time I'm learning how to grow that nice and beautiful foundational art of systems every single day I have. I see now, every single day I have, I'm promoting that what's important for me is getting people to work for me. I have to get people to work for me. And how do I get them to work for me? I have to give them money to work for me. Promotion Jesus Christ had to give them words to work for him. I mean, you understand? But that's the way it is. I mean, find people and find friends. Find friends who want to work for you for free with words. And those are real friends. I mean, you understand? I'm not sure, although every single time just understand straight away that God went up to 12 people and made them disciples. And each and every single time, he was never in rejection with the disciples. So at first, they seen him, and he just said, "Come with me." And he never said come with me, or else he said, I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me. I need you to be the guy or woman who goes to people and says, I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me. Because those who follow you are your true friends. I mean, just remember that. I understand, although what's important right now is delivering content. So eventually this world wakes up anyway, regardless. So make sure you understand straight away how you feel. And if you feel good, then understand how Stone Cold Steve Austin says, give me a hell yeah. I mean the same, but make sure you understand to say, I give a hell yeah. Fortunately, that's the way it is. Fortunately, although every single time understand how you can go and grow yourself so you become the best.